Hi guys, today's lesson is about exponential functions. So far, you know how to do linear functions, and actually, that is it. So, we're going to learn what exponential functions look like. And let me put this down here. An exponential function is a function in the form y is equal to a times b to the x power. The exponent is the variable. And here a cannot equal 0, b has to be more than 0, and b cannot be equal to 1, and x is a real number. So there's a lot of things to remember. One thing I like to make sure is that you are putting the b in parentheses. It actually helps you understand the function better. So because a cannot equal 0, a can be positive or negative. And because b is greater than 0, b has to be positive. Because b cannot equal to 1, b can be anything other than 1. So it could be a number more than 1, or it could be a fraction that is less than 1 as well. But it has to be positive. And x is a real number. So the y-intercept for an exponential function, we can find it when x is 0, y will be a, because it'll be 0, it'll be b to the 0 power, so it'll become 1. And so y is equal to a, and your y-intercept is given by 0 comma a. A then is your starting point because that is your y-intercept. And b, we call it the factor for the exponential function. So let's look at a few. Let's find the function from this table. Oops, I think I forgot to hide this one for you. Nope, that doesn't work. Now we go. So you want to first find the y-intercept, and then you want to find the b. So you want to look at what happens when x is 0. This is your y-intercept. And if this is your y-intercept, then you know that a is equal to 2. And now you have to do some thinking. 2 times what to the power of x is equal to 2. 2 times what to the power of x is equal to 6. 2 times what to the power of x equals 18. And if you look at it carefully, you can figure out that what the number has to be. It has to be 2 times 1, 2 times 3, 2 times 9. So you want to think a little bit, and maybe it will come to you that that factor is 3 every time. So the function is 2 times 3 to the x. Here's another one. Let's try. Here you want to identify the y-intercept, which turns out to be 0, comma 1. Once you know that, then you know that a is equal to 1, and 1 times what will give you 1, 1 times what will give you 2, and 1 times what will give you 4. And remember, we're thinking about powers, so it turns out that b in this case is equal to 2. So you could say it's 1 times 2 to the power of x, but that 1 can be simplified and it's simply 2 to the x. The next thing you're going to learn is how to graph functions. And you want a table of values with 5 domain values. These are slightly difficult. Later on, you're going to do them all on the graphing calculator, but you still need to know how to basically do this graphing. So your first column will be your domain. Your second column is your function. And the last column are your y values. And because this is a little bit complicated, I chose these numbers, and you can choose these numbers as well. Just one negative number, the zero, so we can find the y-intercept, and a few positive numbers. You want to do the math carefully and slowly, and it turns out that these are our y values. And it's okay to sketch the graph. Make sure you sketch it properly so you will ultimately be able to see the shape of the graph, and it will be like a line going directly up, but not a straight line. And make sure you label the graph, you label the y-intercept, and you label the axes. And that is it. You must try to do your homework now. Goodbye.